Welcome, welcome. In the hot seat today, a multimeter, well, not really a multimeter, a clamp meter that acts like a multimeter. Hey, it's two in the same. Plus, it's AC/DC current. Oh, yeah. The MUSTOOL C21 for your pleasure. Let's take a look. Well, truth be told, I've been wanting to review this clamp for a long time. It's been on my bench. I apologize. I finally got around to it. Needless to say, it is worth the wait. The C21 does a lot of good in the clamp realm. I mean, this thing does everything. And you know what? I think it even has a bottle opener. Just kidding about the bottle opener. Shipped in your plain brown vanilla box. Nothing fancy schmancy. It was a little on the worse for wear once it arrived, but needless to say, the meter itself survived the journey and arrived in one beautiful piece. Thank heavens. I hate it when they come crumbled. Also get a set of test leads because, like I said, this is also a multimeter, not just a clamp meter. It does a whole lot, and it comes with that standard thermocouple. This one looks like it has a slightly better wiring hookup, a little more robust than some of them. But yeah, that's what you get in the box. Now the clamp itself is pretty small, not quite as small as that UT210A from UNI-T, but it is pretty darn close. Look at that. Well, the clamp head is bigger. Bigger is always a better bet when it comes to clamps, so it's just easier to get around those thicker gauged wires. So small, compact, but just not too small. Unlike that UNI-T, this has no nice rubberized exterior. No, it's just hard plastic. Yeah, too bad. Obviously, if this drops, it's going to be susceptible to a lot more dinging up than something like this. But that being said, it does feel pretty quality in the hand. That trigger switch as well, have to put a fair amount of pressure on there, but it seems to be pretty decent. On the back of the meter, no tilt stand, nothing like that. Why don't they put tilt stands on clamps? You know, if you're going to make it into a multimeter, put a tilt stand on. Just makes sense to me. There we are, powered by two AAA batteries. And yeah, nice, compact, feels good, feels rugged. I like. Where the MUSTOOL really excels is, unlike the UNI-T with that blasé LCD display, this has a really sweet looking reverse EBTN. Oh my God, look at that. Semi-colorful. Yeah, it's just a sight for sore eyes. It just looks really good. And look at that, we have a dual temp. We're getting that temperature as soon as we turn it on, and it's going into auto mode. Unlike that UNI-T, which is just boring. And kudos as well to MUSTOOL for giving us those color-coded inputs. We have the red for the voltage resistance, diode continuity, frequency, capacitance, yada yada. And we have the black with that little white surround for the common or ground. True RMS, 6,000 counts, AC/DC current. Oh, I can't wait to get started. Shout out goes to the United States of America. Greetings, my American friends, and happy Thanksgiving. Or belated, depends when this video comes out. It's, by the way, Cat 3 600 volt, good size, nothing to write home about per se. Definitely they'll do the job, but yeah, they're sort of in the cheapo realm style test. And the DC range MUSTOOL is telling us that the minimum input voltage is 0.5 of a volt DC, maximum input 600 volts. Well, here we are sitting at 10.00 with that precision reference, and we are getting 9.98. But we are in spec according to the plus or minus 0.5% reading plus 5 digits, so yeah, we are good to go. We're in auto mode right now. Let's try AC volts in auto mode, and we are getting 120 volts true RMS, and there is our frequency at the top, 60 hertz. Gotta love that dual display. Nice size as well for a small clamp. Boy, they give you a lot of screen real estate. Speaking of dual displays, check it out in temperature mode, Celsius and Fahrenheit in perfect harmony. Oh man, that is absolutely gorgeous and useful too. Quick look at resistance right now with the Decade box sitting at 1 mega ohm. Beauty. Let's see how fast this is. We're in smart mode. 3 mega ohm, 6 mega ohm. Oh yeah, it's fast. 10 mega ohm. No worries here. 100K. 300K. 600. 1 mega ohm. Yeah, looking good. 20K. 22K. 52K. 92K. Yep, faster range. Now you know I gotta try that 0.5 ohm resistor. Ooh.
Certified fail.
Already DC amps is what we're now looking at as well. So we've got the MUSTOOL here. We are in DC amperage mode. I've just relled it out. Almost at 0. This is a 1 amp DC output here. Coming in just under 1 amp right now, about 0.96, 960 milliamps. Oh, there we are. Hey. Okay, go down for a quick look now at AC amps. 3 of these clamps here. Let's give them a quick compare, shall we? Starting off with the C21. We are in AC amps mode, hooked up to that splitter. Turn on the hairdryer to max, and let's check out. Not check out, let's just check them out. Already, verdict is in. 3 clamps, 3 readings. 2 of them are actually pretty close. One of them not so much. Starting off with that MUSTOOL, and look at that 10.89 amps. Over to the UNI-T, and we came in at 10.75 amps. And finally, the Kaiweit's on the high side at 11.7 amps. So almost 1 amp higher reading than the other 2. So there you have it. By the way, check out those displays. Oh man, tell me which one you prefer. I know which one I do. Already next up is diode mode, starting with a standard diode. Forward voltage drop, not a problem. Can we light up those LEDs? Let's find out. Starting off with the red, there we go with that forward voltage drop, 1.8 volts. Over to the yellow, looking good. The green, yes. Blue, oh yeah. Finally the white, 2.5 volts. Forward voltage drop with that beautiful white luminescence. So there you go, 5 for 5 in terms of illumination and forward voltage indication. Awesome. 3.25 volts output voltage in diode mode. Quick look at continuity. Now there's no manual continuity. You're stuck in auto mode, which kind of sucks. But let's see how loud it is at least. It's latched. It's loud. But man, is it slow. Pro Masters. Wow. Yeah, it's so slow to latch, honestly. It is loud though, but absolutely no difference. We have the nice visual indicator, but 82.1 decibels, maximum output volume, and continuity. Slow, but bloody loud. Like my mother-in-law? I didn't say that. Open circuit voltage just a little bit better than what they're telling us in the manual at 2.8 volts. Now, quick look at capacitance. MUSTOOL is telling us we have a maximum of 60 millifarad, 60,000 microfarad. This is a 100 millifarad, 100,000 microfarad cap. Let's see how it does. It's thinking. It's in millifarad mode right now. Still thinking, even though we're getting that OL, and there you go, 98 millifarad. Oh yes, so better than spec by almost half, once again, in capacitance range. Awesome. And 10 nanofarad capacitor, not a problem. 3.3. Quick look now at NCV. We are in NCV mode right here. Hit the blue button once, and away you go. Now we are in mains here, so it better well pick this up. You can see we have a visual as well. We have that bar telling us that we definitely have a high voltage circuit here. On a regular outlet though, through the wall, that sensitivity disappears for the most part. So, yeah, nothing, nada. This is a live outlet, so rather poor. MUSTOOL has a flashlight as well. Gotta say though, it's one of the dimmest I've seen yet on a clamp. This thing is pretty useless. Unless it's absolutely dark. Seems to be a mixed bag in terms of functionality versus performance, but you know, I gotta say, for the most part, I'm happy with it thus far. Let's take a look now at the inside. But before we do that, by the way, I gotta say there's a few funky things going on with the display. That whole EP10, do you notice that fading going on over there? It comes and goes. Sometimes there's a fading, and when you hit that trigger, do you see that? Right above the 0, there seems to be a little of just right on top there. Every time you hit that trigger, yeah, it just kind of has that liquid seems to come into that digit. A little weird, but anyway, let's take a look inside. Opening up this meter, pretty nice. I gotta say, we have that brass threaded insert here, powered by 2 AAA batteries, 3 Phillips to remove the top, and once you're in, wow, I gotta say it's looking good. I'm trying to be careful with it here. Wow, check that out. I mean, for a cheapo clamp, this is definitely on the higher end build quality wise. Already closer look inside, we have our nickel plated input jacks over here. One PTC in between them, pretty small, but nonetheless we have one. Here are the connectors for those battery terminals. And moving up the line, here we have a shrouded crystal. Interesting enough. We have an unmarked IC, and here is the LCD controller. That is from Holtec. That's the HT16C22 LCD controller. And on top of that over here, we have not one, not two, but three of them. Huihong HT24C02 2048-bit EEPROMs, both erasable and programmable read-only memory. So we're getting 3 EEPROMs on the one PCB. Very interesting. Pretty good quality overall, highly populated, but nonetheless a good attention to detail. We have a ribbon cable as well that's making contact with the clamp over here. So instead of just wires, what have you, we have a nice input cable, very well done actually, going on to that sensor. Missed it at the bottom here. We have our relay giving us that smart capability. So generally speaking, pretty nice all around. Opposite side, we don't have much to report. We do have those contacts for the battery. Pretty good quality plastics though, I have to say. And once again, there is that ribbon cable connector. And there's that noisy little buzzer. Oh God, lad, you're a noisy one. Quite loud for a small clamp, I gotta say. Got a nice metal inlay as well for that trigger, along with a metallized screw holding the assembly in piece. So good to see we're not using plastic here like you do in a lot of cheapo clamps. So yeah, good attention to detail. For designation FS83300 Pro, AC/DC version 1.3, fab date 11/11/2021. Make a wish. Got a little bit of flux going on over here. Yeah, just a tiny bit, but yeah, like I said, generally speaking, very nice, very clean. Okay, gonna put things back together, come back with my closing thoughts. Oh yes, this is one of the best deals I think currently on the market for an AC/DC clamp in the cheap. This is a workhorse. It has a really good set of ranges, and man, this thing just oozes quality. I mean, in the cheapo realm, it's hard to find something so well made for so little money. My one caveat was that weird LCD thing with the trigger action. I don't like seeing that display kind of fade in a little bit, but hopefully this is just a one-off with this clamp and it's not par for the course. Another gripe as well, that screen does seem to be able to scratch easily, so definitely put this in a case. It doesn't come with a case, but make sure you put it in a case so it doesn't get all scratched up. That being said, this is one great little test instrument, does everything with that gorgeous display, and it's accurate. It's, you know, it's a damn good clamp. The MUSTOOL C21 AC/DC clamp gets a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, you can definitely do a lot worse in the cheapo clamp arena, but man, this is definitely one of the best buys out there. Thanks for watching this review, everybody. Till the next one, keep on testing.